Okay, so you all saw me super fast cutting all the fabric for the face masks and the bibs, or not the bibs, the burp cloths. So I'm just on my serger here, and I just need to make sure that it's at the right length so I don't get loops. I don't get loopy threads at the end when I'm done. So we need to test it on the same kind of fabric that we're going to be serging. You just need to guide it along. Make sure that your loops are set properly. They're good, except for that one little mistake that I made. And then I don't have my scissors. Oh, pinking shears will work. I want a bit more of a tail. Okay, so seems to be working very well. I just went ahead and serged this chain with what I chained off last time. And this is what I just cut off. And the loops and the stitches look good. So I'm going to go ahead and start my mask. The other masks are for other people. And I'll go ahead, and if it gets screwed up, then it's mine and it's all screwed up and doesn't matter anyways, right? Isn't that what they say? So no, I'm not using a knife on mine because I don't need the fabric to be cut exactly, because it will be finger rolled when I stitch it on the other sewing machine to put the cord in. And then I just turn it. Oh, I don't have enough loop the other way. I don't have enough chain. In order to run it like this, you just need to go ahead and chain it off. You can just go straight around the corners. You don't need to pick up the foot. When your chain is long enough, you just bring it around to the front again, and then you go ahead and bring your stitch. That's why I was not real specific and concerned about the exact measurements on the cuts that I was making of the fabric. They're roughly about 8-10. They do shrink down once they're actually stitched together and the cord is put in, but it's adjustable. I would show you mine right now, but it's in the dryer being cleaned so that I have it for surgery, because I'm starting to catch cold. Angel catches a cold, that's a bad thing. That means Angel gets no surgery. Ah! The downside of running your loop, your chain through. Oh, now it's all bound up in there. Seriously. Of course, see, this is why we do this on my mask and not on somebody else's. You don't want it to be on somebody else's mask that we make the mistake of having it all bound up around. Oh my goodness gracious, of course it's going to make me want to get the tweezers out. Nope, there we go. Alright, so there's my original chain is in here. It's fighting with me. I know, come on, please don't tear anything apart. No, you don't go in there. The fun of having a serger all. Seriously, I don't know what I did without it before I had it. Okay, well this is just extra loose and I can cut it out and pull it out gently the way that it should come with all the strings still intact and be able to run a chain. Yes, without a problem. Where there's a will, there's a way, right, people? If there's a will, there's a way. I've got a will, so therefore there's a way. Normally, I would not use pinking shears to untangle my threads or to trim them, but I forgot to grab my scissors, and I can't leave the threads out for the kitty, for she will think they are yummy snacks. And I don't want her to think that she should be able to eat it. She already likes to eat string and yarn, and she gets into all kinds of food she's not supposed to. She loves chocolate, and I don't know if everybody knows this. Huh. Might be an interesting fact. Cats cannot have chocolate, and neither can dogs. Who knew? I never knew. Okay, so I'm going to be done with this serger in one moment, and I'll get over to the sewing machine. Alright, I'm at the electronic machine. I don't feel like uncovering the other one, and as I stated, she will eat anything. It is part of a picture that I trimmed, and somehow, the little stinker, she found it, and she was trying to eat it. Over here under her blanket, my assistant was trying to be sneaky. So I don't know if anybody has seen these. I ordered them online. I got 3 for like $5, I think, and they're seam guides. So you just put them on your machine. They have a magnet in the back, and you put them on your machine at which seam length that you want, or which seam, yes, seam width. Sorry, I got the words backwards. So this, I want it to be at about ½ an inch, well, no, more about 3/8 inch. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to finger press this down so that it looks a little prettier on the front side. And you just really, I don't know how many people sew out here that I craft with, but many of you were probably panicking when I was making the bibs also. Oh my word, Angel, no, not the ends. Don't cut them like that. Don't fold the fabric. Oh, it needs to be. It's okay. It's 100% okay, because that bib has little frills on the edge of it, and so the batting gets cut out once I sew the 1/4 inch seam on top seam on the top stitch, and then I cut the batting out around all the way around from out of the center. And oh, I forgot my knee bar. I'm so used to having my knee bar on here now that I can do more sewing, and this just really helps me with keeping everything in line. Actually, I'm going to put this at a 1/4 inch for now. Alright, so, but no, then also there's a little fringe on the back that also, oh, there we go, that will go all the way around the edge of that bib, so the shape will be there, and that's why I wasn't concerned about it being cut or sewn, cut specifically. That's basically just a guide, because it gets top stitched. It doesn't get stitched and then turned inside out. Some people want them that way when they order them, and that's fine. I'll go ahead and do it, but the rest of the time I'm not gonna do it, because it just, the shape comes out to be the same. So now we've got this. Oh my goodness. And sometimes your machine is not going to want to walk when you've got this big, thicker hem that you've rolled, your finger rolled. So basically I just finger rolled to the edge and then flipped it over so that the thread isn't showing anymore. And then I'm just going to go right on down the edge of it. And that's just going to clean up the front a little bit for me. You can do it on the top and the bottom. I think I'll probably do just the top. And then I'll finger press the sides as well so that I can put my cording in. And I love this about this machine. And then I can cut it. And there we go. So, my finger press 1/4 inch seam. So, this will be the front. This is what everybody sees. Generally, this just bunches up around your neck. And it doesn't bother me if somebody sees it or doesn't see it. But for my comfort, I do like to do the same thing. It does shorten the mask a little bit. And because it's on the back, I'm only going to flip just so that it's on this side of the stitching. And I'm not going to roll it all the way. Just an FYI, so y'all know exactly what I'm doing here. I don't want to confuse anybody. I found this tutorial and this lady said she could make a mask in under 10 minutes. And I was like, what? And she said, if you've got a serger, then you can do this. And I was like, I've got a serger. And you know what? The first one I made took me longer than 10 minutes. And this one's taking me longer than 10 minutes simply because I'm just talking to you guys while I'm sewing. They don't sew straight lines very well. So I'm really trying to be very cognizant of where the stitch is while I'm sewing this down. Now I really don't need the back stitch on this if I don't want to, because this is where the holes are going to go. That I'm going to sew on the sides. I'm just going to finger roll them on the sides. And I need to grab my scissors. Where are my snips? Oh my goodness, sorry about that. I didn't think to grab my snips when I came over here. Well, I had, then I forgot to grab them. Sorry about the machine, or the camera. I didn't mean to bump everybody around there. I'm not trying to make you motion sick. I don't have my thread can here. He's over hanging up. That's the best place I could do to keep the kitten, my assistant, from getting into the threads. And I'm generally just throw everything on the ground, but with her, kind of need to be a little more reticent about where I put my things. Because as you can see, if she'll find a scrap of picture, then she will find a little tiny thread. She has no problem snooping out food at all whatsoever. So this is the top side, and this is the bottom on the front. Now, I will have to show you how to put in a nose bridge. Oh, dang it, I forgot all about it. That's alright. 1 minute, let me go get my bridge, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I've got my bridge. It's just the basic pipe cleaner. And I go ahead and I just fold it in half once, and I fold it in half again, and then I twist all the way from one end to the other. Gives it a little more strength. It's not super thick. I can go ahead and cut off some of the fur so it's just more the wire, but I need to have the wire make sure that it's thick enough to bend to the shape of my nose, which it is obviously going to do if I can make an A for my name with it. So what I should have done when I did this was stitched it into the nose here when I was stitching the hand rolled stitch. Let me grab my stitch remover. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There you are. My stitch remover, I called it. That's pretty good, Angel. No, it's actually a seam ripper. So I'm just going to go in here. Let me see if I can get you guys a bit closer. Oh, sorry about all the wiggling. This is new to me on how to use this. So I'm just going to open up a patch that will fit across my nose and where I think. So I think I will cut between here and here, which is actually about the length I wanted to cut, which turns out just about perfectly. Let me go ahead and do this and I'll be right with you. Okay, so I went ahead and I got some of these undone. I got super close to undoing these sutures. That would have been really bad. So now I have a pocket in here, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to slide my nose bridge in this pocket and make sure that it's in there nice and tight. Make sure that when I put it on my face, it actually fits over. And I wanted that skull right in the center, so it fits just right. And it folds very well over my nose. And so I'm okay with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have to remove this because this machine is not going to be happy about having to go over this big bump here that I've created. And so in order to do that, some people have a so what, I think it's called a so what pusher, where it actually pushes the thicker fabric underneath your needle so that, okay, now I will back stitch here so that so that your foot doesn't get caught trying to go over this much fabric at one time. And this I'm just gonna do real quick. Oh, well, for some reason my thread broke. What the heck happened there, y'all? This I do not know. But I know this, we've got to get it back in action. So let's take it to the needle threader. Hope we got it, and we did. I can see that my thread, my spool of thread is not cooperating. Now, there are some sewers out there who will be watching this and they'll be like, no, Angel, you need to do this, this, and that, A, B, and C. Okay, and for all y'all that are saying that's okay. Yes, you use this cover. No, you don't use that cover over here. This spool is a mess, and this has a cage over it, but this still is so tight. And this gets, oh, excuse me, something just fell over. It scared the tarnation out of me. Holy moly. And so I don't always get the correct, oh my goodness. I'll be right back while I fix this. Okay, I am back. I got the machine fixed, And what I was saying is that the tension for some reason on this, even without a net here on this thread bobbin, it is really taut. It's not loose in any way as this one is. You can clearly see it's free to just roll its way wherever it wants to go, and it does. So oftentimes it will break. Strangely enough, it broke both of the threads this time around. So not only did I go ahead and fix my machine, but I remembered to grab the string that I'm going to need to be able to hold my face mask. So this is just like, you can get this on a roll at Joann's. I'm not sure if you could get it at Michael's. You could get it at Hobby Lobby. It's just like lace, like a shoelace, but it's in the ribbon section. It's a decorative finish. Some people call it piping, some people don't. I don't know. I just call it, you know what? It's a thread and I need it. And I need it to not fray because I need to be able to pull it through my mask. So the fastest way to do that, we all know this old trick. If it melts, heat it up and melt it. And the bigger you make the melted ball on the top, the easier it is to pull through when you're trying to get these ends through the other side of your mask. Down one, well, even from the top to the bottom, and then up from the bottom to the top. So I have found that doing this and making these really, really thick and strong on these threads, these ribbons, string, lace, piping, whatever you want to call it, makes it much more efficient and so much easier to pull through on the packages. So let's go ahead, and I need to finish with the nose pocket here. I just need to go ahead and put in a quick little stitch here that will stitch forward and backwards, and that way my nose bridge doesn't go anywhere. And so I'm just going to go forward with it, and then I'm going to go backwards with it, and I'm just going to kind of help pull it along, and then I'm going to go forward just to be double safe. See, it jumps. I don't know why. I don't know what's the matter with the thing. I have not, all these years I still have not been able to figure it out. I don't know. So I do the best I can, and it works. See, it does not want to go. Okay, so I just kind of give it a bit of persuasion. And we'll go and we'll cut. We'll pull that out. We can snip these as we go. Where my snips go? I hate to leave these, like I said, I hate to leave them lying around, but I also hate to leave them on my projects. They're not very pretty sticking out from the front or the back or the side or the anywhere. So this one, it pulled the thread under it. See what it did? It pulled the extra thread underneath here. The yellow and the green, the two loose ones, and pulled it through under the stitch. I don't know, it was serviced, everything worked fine, then it came home, and it's been almost 2 years since I started using it again, and I don't want to have to take it back in for service, but I may have to. It's looking more and more, I'm sorry, that I may have to take that in for service. So for this threading, it doesn't need to be very wide, as you can see. So what I do is I take the threading or the piping or the lace or the excuse me, the string or whatever. And I try to decide, how big is that? And do I really want to make more than one stitch and make this really thick, or am I okay with this part rubbing on my face? This part really, it kind of bothers me, but I have really sensitive skin. So I would take it and I would roll it again. And then I have I'm sure that I have enough room for my string or piping, etc., whatever you want to call it. Because we're going to be pulling it through, we want to make sure that we have enough room when we do it. So, finger pressing is easy, and once you get going and you know what you're doing, then this really does only take about a quick 10 minutes in order to be done. You can do it in 10 minutes or less. So the lady was not lying, that's for sure. She did not lie about it. And you do want to back stitch on these, because where it's holding your ribbon, your piping, your lacing, your string, your t-shirt, your whatever you're using on your mask. And I'll back stitch on this one and cut. And now I just take that and I go over to the other side. I find my string and go ahead and I put it and I flip it over so that I know the pocket is big enough. And then I flip it over again. And I pull the string out. I know it fits. And under the machine I go. With this one I'm sewing closer to the inside seam here. And I'm trying to follow very closely to the edge of this. And that didn't put up too much of a fight, now did it? And then away we go. I still want to be able to get my string through and have plenty of room, but still have enough room that it covers my entire face. The mask, not the string. I know if it were my friend, she would be like, so that it just covers the string and not your face? Well, no, of course, we want it to cover our face. That's the whole point of making these. No, I think I'll have the machine do it. Alright, so my face mask looks like a giant square now, from a rectangle to a square. You can go ahead and snip all of your strings, all of your little pieces of thread. And make sure you put them where the cat can't get them. I don't know where she went. She went somewhere. I think she's probably downstairs napping because I'm talking and she doesn't understand. What is that thing that you're talking to, or who is it that you're talking to? So here is my mask. Now, to pull through, a lot of people use a safety pin or whatever. I found that a straight pin put in there strategically, excuse me while I pull this out, place strategically on your lace, and you will get that straight pin to help you pull with that beading, or with that ribbon, lacing, whatever it is you want to use, to help you pull that through the ends. So I'm going to choose with one end That is, oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna have to try and get you guys so you can see. Okay. So which end is more, which end is bigger? This one's a little more bulky, so I'm going to go ahead and use this one. I'm going to take my straight pin, I'm going to insert it about halfway up the length, and I'm going to push it just so it doesn't go through the end of this. This is melted, so the straight pin isn't going to go through. So I have an extra straight pin. I put it on the magnet just in case I don't want to lose it with the kitten. So then you take and you insert into the pocket that you've made for your string, and you can go ahead and start inserting and pulling. The other thing I used was tweezers. Where are they? Where'd they go, tweezers? There you are. Because then you also have something else that you can go ahead and push your material in with. You can grab it and you just push it down into the pocket. You grab it and you push it down into the pocket. And of course, why would mine work right now? I'm on film and it doesn't want to work the way it did the other day. Now it just pulled. See, now it's gone through, and that's going to be a problem because it'll stick to the fabric. Oh no, Angel, what have you done? I don't know. It's okay. We can work it out. We can work it out. So this really does not want to cooperate with me today. Holy moly. Nothing wants to cooperate with me today. Not my machine, not my materials, not my... Okay. Let's see. For now, let's see if we can just get through without anything on the end. And we'll just go ahead and push this in. And you'll see Miss BB is present. She'll be coming around the machine here anytime. She's looking for her mat. I've moved it. I've moved it on you, Biddy. BB, say hello to the people. They think you're so beautiful. There you go. Pretty girl. You're so sweet. So now I'm getting somewhere anyways with my lace in here just by pushing with this pair of tweezers, and I push down as far in as I can go with these tweezers into the opening to get this to come down as far as possible and be as bulky as possible, so I can go ahead and just pull on that. And if I can get through to the other end, sometimes I can, sometimes I can't reach the other end. Oh, I can't get it. Oh, it's just not far enough yet. Ugh, it's just out of reach down there. Of course, right? So, let's see if we can get it down here just a tad further. Boy, this will work your muscles all right. Your fingers, your hands. That's why I have compression gloves. Oh boy. Just even to eat anymore. Okay, this one is giving me a battle. Let me just finish this. I'll show you how it looks and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, and as you can see, I have one side through, bringing the other side through right now. I'm just using my straight pin. Decided to pop through the end, I had to go another way, so just started shoving that in there, and now I'm shoving this through the fabric, and I'm catching that really hard piece of melted string, lace, ribbon, piping, whatever. There it is. Pull out the straight pin, attach it to a magnet, and there you go. You measure to make sure that your lengths are equal on your ribbon, piping and lacing, such as it may be. You pull straight back on this. This is the fun part. I don't like to show my face. I don't actually like to have my picture taken even. So, it goes, I'll just turn you all around this way just a bit. So it goes around your neck, in the back, or pardon my braid. And I like to have mine up higher because then it doesn't rub my neck so much. And then you just go ahead and you pull this, and you pull it tight. And then, you do just so. And it pulls here, and it creases all on its own. I have my wire band here, and it is right across my nose, which is important to me because, hold one moment, okay, because I can't afford to have those germs get through anywhere, especially anywhere to my nose. And then you just take and you tie a knot at the top, and I got extra long string this time. It was the end of the roll. I thought, what the heck, why not? I'm not going to be able to do much with the rest of it. And there you go. Now, I have a watermelon face mask with a wire nose in it. I have a Dia de los Muertos, or Sugar Skulls mask, and there's no air to come in on the side, fits well under the chin. It doesn't ride severely on the back of my neck to irritate me, doesn't pull my hair, and when I'm done, if I'm just getting out of the car, you just take it, you pull it, and you can go ahead and you just wear it like this. And then if you're going somewhere else after the grocery store or wherever you're running your errands to, you just pull it back up and tie it again. So that is my little bit on sewing. I'm going to have to do the bib tomorrow. I hear hubby just getting in the shower, and oh, he's going to be taking Red to work. I don't want him to take Red to work. He's not so nice with Red, and Red's very picky. He only likes me to drive him. He does not like my husband. So I will post this video for you tonight, and I will go ahead and I will finish the bib tomorrow, and I will do a video on that, and I will show you all exactly what I get done and how I do that in tomorrow's video. Since I have everything already planned out, it should be easy to do. I hope you all remember to inhale courage and exhale fear. I had to do this in order to turn this camera around to look at y'all. And so I really do hope everybody inhales courage and exhales fear. Just try to get past those fears. You can do it. Follow your arrow. Please let yourself find the beauty in every day, and never give up on your daydream. Here's my daydream, and I'm sitting here doing it. Alright, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.